Let's be honest for a second. If you've got a greyhound, you already know the secret that we all whisper down at the dog park. We don't actually own dogs. There's something slightly strange about greyhound owners. And yes, I'm including myself in this. So we adopt a greyhound, we bring them home, we fall completely in love with them, and then we immediately start explaining to everyone that will listen they're not really like dogs. Now, they look a bit like dogs, they occasionally behave like dogs, but deep down, we know they're not. We're pretty sure there's some sort of rare and delicate creature that somehow just wandered in and claimed our sofa. So let's look at the evidence. The main thing I noticed when I met my first greyhound was he didn't have proper paws. Seriously, they don't. They have hare feet. Look, long, narrow little feet with two middle toes that stick out further than the others. Right? So we're off to a suspicious start already. And when you put a greyhound next to an actual hare and compare their front feet, well, let's just say it raises questions. And then there's the head. Greyhound people are going to describe that long, beautiful face in all sorts of, well, elegant ways. Regal, sculpted, aristocratic. But eventually, somebody says it. The head looks like a bicycle seat. And once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. Now, if you actually say that out loud, your greyhound's going to look at you as though you've just committed the worst personal insult imaginable. Because they may lie upside down with their legs pointing in four completely different directions, but they still have dignity, apparently. And then there was a friend of mine who was out walking her greyhounds when a small child spotted them. The little girl looked at the dogs, looked at her mum, and asked, "Mum, why is that lady walking a goat?" And honestly, I can sort of see the confusion. Long legs, narrow face, slightly baffled expression, probably eating something they found in a hedge. It's an easy mistake to make. So maybe greyhounds aren't dogs after all. Maybe they're part hare, part bicycle seat, and part goat. Maybe with a little bit of sofa cushion thrown in for good measure. And that might also explain something else greyhound owners often say. Train him. He's not a dog, he's a greyhound. Can't train a greyhound. But greyhounds can learn. Of course they can. But this is why I don't train dogs. At least not in the way that people often think of dog training. I don't start with commands, obedience, trying to make the dog do what I want. I teach people to understand their hounds. Because a lot of what we call a behavioural problem is really just a communication problem. Your greyhound's constantly reading you, your movement, your timing, your energy, what you respond to, what you ignore, and what you accidentally reward without even realising you're doing it. And so often we speak to them in that very human way and wonder why they don't seem to understand. So my work's about helping people communicate in a way that their hounds recognise. Not forcing them, not dominating them, and not bribing them into behaving for 5 minutes before everything falls apart again. It's about helping your hound feel that somebody calm and capable is handling the situation. And when that changes, behaviour can change too. Things like barking, pulling on the lead, reacting to other dogs, struggling when they're left alone, following you everywhere and generally behaving as though they've been appointed head of household security. Because although your greyhound may look like a hare-footed goat with a bicycle seat for a head, they're still communicating like a dog. So if you're living with a greyhound who's anxious, reactive, demanding, noisy, clingy, or simply making you wonder what on earth's going on inside that long head, come and join my free community. You'll get a taster of how I work, along with some practical help to really understand your hound and begin dealing with behavioural problems in a calmer, kinder way. Click the link in the description to join us. Bring your hounds, bring your questions, and let's start speaking their language. Because your greyhound might not believe they're a dog. You may not believe they're a dog, but understanding how they think can make life so much easier for both of you, even if their head still looks like a bicycle seat.